All right, is everybody ready? You got your notes ready?
Yes.
Okay, make sure you have everything ready. Find your first blank page. Make sure your pages are numbered. Put your titles on. What do I mean by Turtlehead? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Oh, surprise.
All right. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Now, you guys just solved a multiplication problem for me, and most of you did really well. A couple of you needed a little bit of help. Some of you did not add your carried numbers. Remember, I told you that was a big cause for mistakes, right?
No.
It's a big no-no. Yeah, you got to add in those carried numbers, but it's a common error. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to work on that where we just multiplied by one number, Jacob and Jackson. But what we're going to move on to today is multiplication with 2 digits by 2 digits, okay? And that gets a little messier and a little bit more difficult, but it's okay because we are going to talk about strategies for that. So let's go ahead and we're going to get started with, let's just come up with an example problem. Like, what if I had 35 times 62? Now, remind me again, what do I call my 2 numbers that I am multiplying? These are called what? What do I call the 2 numbers? What's my math? Remember that academic math vocab, right? Where
Factors.
we call them factors. Great job. So these 2 numbers are our factors. And what do we call our answers? Raise your hand if you can tell me what we call our answers. Anyone but Jackson. It does start with a P. What is my answer called, Dane?
It like
Just throw it out there.
process.
Close. Anybody else? I'm not calling on you, Mr. Edwards. Look at this knucklehead. What is it, Jackson?
It's a product.
It's a product. Good job.
Yay, I win.
Yay, I win, he says. All right, and we call the answer the product. All right, exactly right. Okay, so let's go ahead and down here, I'm just going to rewrite that number as an example. Let's do 35 times 62. Now, when we were multiplying that bottom number times a couple of different numbers on top, right, like the one we just did as a quick warm-up, we talked about how we were going to go in order. And we would take the bottom number, multiply by the ones place, then the bottom number multiplied by the tens place, then the hundreds place, etc. Are y'all with me? Give me a thumbs up if you understand what I'm... So I would take, if it was 35 times 2, I would say 2 times 5, then 2 times 3. Okay, so we're still going to do that. But one big difference is going to be that after we're done with the 2, we're then going to multiply with the 6. So I want you to understand a couple of things here that we talked about before. Now, that number 35, if I expanded 35, what would that look like? What's the expanded form of 35?
30 plus 5.
30 plus 5. Only Jackson yelling out those answers. Okay, so 35 in expanded form looks like 30 plus 5. So when I take a look at what I'm doing down here, I'm actually taking these numbers and I am multiplying. It's actually a little complicated. So like, let's start with the 2. So what I'm doing is I am taking 35 and I'm going to multiply it by 2. Okay? Then I'm going to add that to 35 times 60. Remember what we talked about with any numbers that we multiply with a 0 at the end? What can I do with that 0? What if it was 32 times 10? The answer would be 32 times 10. 320, exactly. But it's a little different because it is a little bit bigger, right? So if I have that 60, I can just drop my 0. Remember, I just add my 0 in at the end. Then I can multiply the 6 times 5, 6 times 3. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll just do it old school. That's 30. That's 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay? Are y'all with me here? Let's go ahead and just solve these and then I'll put it back into perspective, okay?
2,001.
And this one, yeah, and this becomes 70. All right. So again, when I take this problem with all of these digits, what I'm doing is I'm taking 35 and I'm multiplying it by 2. And then I'm taking 35 and I'm multiplying it by the tens place, which is 60. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense-ish. Okay. But the way we do it is we stack those numbers. So I want you to keep these numbers in mind. I've got 70 and I've got 2100. Okay? Are y'all with me? Because you're about to see how we break it down in 1 second. So hold on to your horses right there for me. And we're going to talk about a way where we can organize these numbers and keep them straight. So, and that way is Turtlehead method. Now, you may have seen this before. I did not make it up. I stole this idea from another teacher. I don't know if she made it up or not, but I liked it, and this is how I'm going to show you how to do it. So, for Turtlehead method, we're going to go step 1, and we're going to draw the turtle head. Okay, so go ahead and write that down, please, as step number 1. Draw a turtle head. Now, we are only going to draw this turtle head around the 2 and the 35. Okay, so we're only going to draw it around the numbers we are multiplying first. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, if you want to give your turtle an eyeball, that's fine. No other art on your turtle, please, because it's distracting. And the point of Turtlehead math is to focus on what numbers we are using right now. 5th grade is working on 3 numbers on top, 3 numbers on bottom. Okay, that's the future. So we need to make sure we understand how to stack these numbers up before they get bigger. All right, finish writing that down. Everybody okay here? Step 2, we're going to multiply inside. Okay, so write that down. Step 2, we're going to multiply inside that turtle head. Now this should be really familiar to you. We've been doing this, only we've been putting 4 numbers on top and 1 on the bottom. Okay, everybody all right? So here, I'm going to take 2 times 5, which is 10. Remember, we're going to carry that 1 and leave the 0 below. And then we take 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 1. Don't forget your carry number. And that gives you 70. Where have you seen that before? Oh, wait, right here. Okay? So you just multiplied 35 by the ones place alone. Give me a thumbs up if you're with me. Carson's like, I spy with my little eye. Okay. All right. Everybody okay? Remember to say, I need a second if I'm leaving you behind in your notes, all right? So number 3, Step 3. You're going to cross out carried numbers. Okay? Go ahead and write that down. I know these notes kind of feel like a lot, but you know, every time we write those steps down the first time, your hand's cramping a little bit, but we won't have to keep writing them. Now, these next notes are important, especially this number 3. Because you're going to be multiplying by a different number now, you need to cross out your carried numbers so you don't re-add them and get confused on which number you're using. Now, cross out does not mean scribble scrabble. It means cross out, put a line through. You should still be able to see what your carried number was, but it should be marked through so that you know you're not using it anymore. Do you understand? Because if you make a mistake and have to go back, we need to know what the carried number was to know if you didn't add it in, or maybe you multiplied wrong. Or are you with me? So again, no scribble scrabble for any of this. We still want to be able to see the numbers. We just don't want to be distracted by them. All right. Step 4, you're going to draw a collar on your turtle. So draw a collar. So when you draw your collar, I usually just kind of go across like this and draw mine. Or you could do your slanted. If you want to put 1 to 3 lines in there maybe. But again, we're not doing a scribble scrabble. I can still see that that was a 2. But I draw my lines through it to give number 1, because of course my turtle needs a collar. But also because I don't want to multiply by that 2 anymore. I'm done with it. And you will get confused with the numbers. I've seen it happen thousands of times. So we, again, want to be able to see it, but not be distracted by it. Anybody need a second there? Okay, let me know when you're done, please. And then we'll talk about step 5. Those are shortcut codes for IXL. The other class worked on IXL when we came back from recess yesterday. So when you put those in the search on IXL, it pulls up the skills that I want you to work on. So I just gave them to that as an assignment. Okay. All right, so step 5 is the best one of all. And that's where we lay an egg. Go ahead and write that down. Let's talk about what that means. The egg.
Is the egg?
Lay an egg. You're going to lay an egg. Write it down.
Let me guess. The egg is the 6.
Nope. Nope,
The
nope.
X is the 0. The egg is the 0.
The egg might be a 0.
But it doesn't have the body.
Now, listen.
I thought
The egg is extremely important, and this is why. Everything that we talked about here is all about place value, right? We just saw that we're taking 35 by the ones place, just like we saw here. Now we're going to multiply 35 by the tens place. So when I write my next numbers, they're going to go underneath the 70, because what am I going to do with my multiplication? I'm going to add it together in the end. So I'm going to draw a 0 or lay an egg right here under the ones place, because I am done with the ones. I am now multiplying in the tens place, so I don't want anything over here in the ones column at all. I'm blocking it off. I'm laying an egg, okay? And now everything I do on this second line will be at the tens place and then to the left. Are you guys with me? Just like we dropped our 0 here. We just talked about that, right? How we can just drop our 0 if we're multiplying by something that ends in a 0. Drop your 0 here. I'm going to lay my egg here. The ones place is done. Give me a quick thumbs up if it makes sense. In the middle if it makes sense-ish. And thumbs down if you want your mama, you're confused.
I want my mama, but I'm not.
Your mama ain't coming, son. Your mama's not coming. All right. Now, and of course, y'all have to be crying with my mama. That takes us to number 6. And we're going to multiply by the next number. All right? Multiply by the next number. Write it down for me, Angel Cakes. You're right, because cakes don't talk. Can you have what?
Cakesters.
An angel cake. I love angel cake. That's angel food cake is what I think it's actually called. Angel food cake.
Why isn't it called angel?
Well, I don't know. Ask your granny. She probably made it up. All right, so now in step 6, we're going to multiply by the 6. So I'm going to take it just like I did with the 2. I'm going to multiply 6 times 5 in the ones place, 6 times 3 in the tens place, and I'm going to do carried numbers. I'm going to do it just like I did with the 2, okay? But I'm going to be writing my numbers here under the 7 and then to the left. So let's do that together. 6 times 5 is 30. I'm going to carry my 3 right there above where that 1 was. And I'm going to put my 0 under the 7. Again, column. You can see them. Tidy math is accurate math, okay? You need to keep your lines straight. Make sure everything is in this, like these straight columns. All right, that takes me to 6 times 3, which is 18. Then I'm going to add 3, which gives me 21. And I'm writing that out down here because there's nowhere to carry that to. So when I don't have any other numbers to carry to, I just bring those down on my line. Jolie?
I realized that same answer was on 35 times 60.
Yeah, so great observation. So Jolie was just noticing, guys, that this 2100 or 2100 matches exactly what we said we were doing, 35 times 60. The numbers are identical. Now, notice the difference in this is instead of doing all of these separate and then coming over in a third problem and adding 70 and 2100, is that here I can just add them in one place. Now, this whole thing right here is another place where we see a lot of mistakes because it's kind of busy in here. So when you draw this line, you might want to kind of leave yourself some space, right? So that you have room for your carried numbers. But adding wrong here is another big mistake people make. Number one, because their numbers start getting kind of slanted. They can't tell which is which. They're adding the wrong numbers together. And they're forgetting their carried numbers. Okay, so be really careful here. So we're just going to go down. 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 0 is 7. 0 and 1 is 1 and 2. And my answer is 2,170. All right. Finish that up, and then I want you to show me. Thumbs up. This is great. I would love to try my own problem right now. In the middle, that says, okay, this is making some sense, but I really need to practice more. before I get it. And thumbs down if you're completely clueless right now.
And you want to go home.
Okay.
And we'll see your mama. Well, I want to go.
All right.
Dad.
You want your mom? I bet you do. All right. So let's do another one. I bet he wants to see you too. Bad. Let me. Oh, I hate making up problems. All right, so let's do. Ah! Stay there. No, what happened is I dropped my computer and the corner of it chipped off. And where I have to plug this in now, you know how it would keep it snug? But that little piece is missing. So it pulls, if I even touch it over here, it pulls out. But it's okay. I mean, it still works. It just doesn't stay put. Yeah, it's okay. All right, so let's do another one. Let's do another one together. Odichi, give me a 2-digit number.
21.
John, give me another one. Digits higher, 5 and above.
5 and above.
Yep.
82.
82. All right. Odichi, you can go real quick. Okay, so let's take a look-see here. You okay? All right, let's do another one. We're just gonna do these until we are out of time. We're gonna practice them together until we're ready. Okay. Okay, dumplings. So again, step 1, we're gonna draw our turtle head. Remember that your turtle head. Remember that your turtle head just covers the 2 and the numbers on top. You're only turtle heading the things that you are gonna multiply next. Which takes us to step 2. We're going to multiply inside the turtle head. So again, 2 times 1 and then 2 times 2. So 2 times 1 is 2. I'm going to put that right underneath. I've got a nice straight column. And then times 10's place. 2 times 2 is 4. That goes right underneath my 8. Again, I can see a nice straight column up and down. Y'all good? All right. Step 3 is to cross out carried numbers. We don't have any. But we can. Step 4, draw a collar. And then step 5, lay an egg right underneath the 2. We are done with the 1's place. Then we're ready to multiply by the next number. So I'm going to take 8 times 1. Remember, I'm going to go for 1's place, then 10's place.
That would be
8 times 1 is 8. Put that right underneath the 4. And then 8 times the 10's place. 8 times 2 is 16. Guys, there's nowhere to carry. So I'm just going to put my 16 right here.
So it would be 100, 1,000.
So let's go ahead and add those up. 2 plus 0 is 2. 8 plus 4 is 12. Don't forget to carry that 1. 6 and 1 is 7. And then just bring down the 1. And your answer is 1,722. Now, if you want to check this problem, you can flip-flop these numbers if they're even, okay? The multiplication can be hard to check, like if there's 3 numbers on top and 2 on the bottom. You know what I mean? You don't want to multiply, you don't want to flip-flop then. But if you have an even amount of numbers on top and bottom, you can flip-flop them and do 82 times 21 and check. But really the best thing to do is to be very slow and careful with your math. All right, let's do another one, but we need some bigger numbers. So, Nehemiah, give me... let's not get that big. Sabrina said 20,000. Okay, Nehemiah, give me a 2-digit number, but use some bigger numbers. 5 or bigger. 99. All right, I like it. Times what, Jackson? Make them 5 or bigger.
98.
Oh, 98. These guys ain't playing. Okay, here we go. So let's take a look-see at what we got here.
I think we should make a rule not to say 21. Everybody's saying 21 now.
Oh, well, that's silly. All right, here we go. Step 1, Turtlehead. We're gonna include the 99 and the 8. Everything that we are multiplying first goes inside our Turtlehead. Remember, do not decorate your Turtlehead. He can have a single dot of an eye. Nothing else. No teeth, no spikes. Just don't do it because you need it to stay simple and not distracting. All right, now step 2, we're going to multiply inside the Turtlehead. What do I do first, Dane?
What'd you say again?
What do I do first? Now what do I do?
You have to multiply.
What am I multiplying?
8 times 9.
8 times 9. So we're going to the ones place. And 8 times 9 is 72. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. All right, so make sure you carry that 7 and leave the 2 right there in the ones place. What do I do next, John?
Multiply inside.
We're still multiplying inside, so what's next?
Oh, wait, cross out the 2.
Nope, we're still multiplying inside. So I said 8 times 9 in the ones place. Now what do I do?
8. It's 8 times 9 again.
8 times 9 in the tens place. Okay. That's also 72. And then what? And then what, Jacob? You'll have to pay attention. Or you better be able to do this on your own if you're talking while I'm talking. What's it going to be, bud?
So the next thing we do. Wait, did we already multiply the numbers?
The what numbers?
9 and 8.
Yes, we did 8 times 9
Then we
is 72. Uh-huh.
Then we multiply 8 and 9.
8 times 9 is 72, and then what?
And then
What do you think, ODG?
9 times
8, not yet. I still haven't multiplied 8 times the tens place. Well, I did. I said it's 72, but what am I missing? Carson Milne? Mars Carson Mitchell? You can't use the restroom until you tell me what I do next. Because you're going to miss it if you're in the restroom.
please.
Nehemiah?
the collar. That's not true.
No! Stop. Hey, stop with all the screaming, Jolie. Ah.
You add 7.
Add 7. 9, look at this. 8 times 9, we're in the tens place, is 72. Plus 7 is 79. You have to write it out down here, guys. There's nowhere left to carry your number. Those of you who are talking while we are doing these notes, it shows. Carson, go ahead. We're not going to wait on you, though. All right. That takes us to step 3, where I'm going to cross out my carried numbers, draw a collar,
And put an egg.
and lay an egg. Odichi, when you're done writing, can you tell me what I do next? I'm sure you do, but I asked Odichi.
I'm sure you do.
Multiply what? Stop, John. Thank you. Well, I've got my next number here. So I'm going to multiply by the next digit, right? Jacob, what does that look like? What am I doing? What am I doing next? Can you see? You need to come up here so you can see. Help him out, Jolie. What am I doing next?
Then you'll go. You don't want to go use it the ones anymore, so you'll go to the next number.
The tens.
So 9 times 9.
Yep.
9 times 9, and then we'll go back another 9.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the nines times the ones place. 9 times 9 is 80. Carry that 8. 1. Make sure your 1 is in that tens place. Nice straight column. Well, straight-ish. Then I'm going to take 9 times the tens or the hundreds place. 9 times 9 here is 81 plus 8. Gives me 89. I'm going to write that number down below because there's nowhere left to carry. Now, what do I do, Dane?
You already raised the 8, right?
Yep,
You have to add them.
I have to add them. Great job. So let's add these together carefully. 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 and 1 is 10. Carry that 1, guys. Now don't forget to add it in. 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 7 is 17. Carry the 1 again right on top of the 8. Put your 7 in the hundreds place. And 1 plus 8 is 9.
So 9,702.
9,702. It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot.
It's like a lot, like trying to change from each number.
Mhm.
So you have to memorize like a lot more. That's why I think we're all like.
But here's the thing.
getting stuck in the steps.
Here's the thing. In between, when you multiply by the first number, then you then you have to remember to cross out the carry numbers, draw a collar, lay an egg. That really all could be one step, right? Then all you're doing here, guys, when you go to the next number, is the same thing you did when there was just one digit. You're multiplying by the ones, multiplying by the tens, and now we just have to add it all, okay? Don't let it be difficult. Focus on what is the same. This 792 you got by multiplying 8 times the ones, 8 times the tens. This 8,910 you got by multiplying your next number by the ones, then by the tens. All you have to do now is add them together, okay? Focus on what stays the same. Everything that's in the middle is just me giving you things to help you be less distracted. So don't think of that as difficult. The more we do this, the faster you'll be at it, okay? You'll get to a point where you won't even want the turtle head on there. You'll just do the math, and it'll be fine, okay? Yeah, Dane. 11:30, like it always is.
Well, we get out at, I think, 11:25. It's 11:25. That's fine.
11:25, my class is over.
Don't say that.
And then, you go back to your homeroom where you will eat your lunch. All right, let's do another one.
Can we do what you do?
Let's do 1 or 2 more together, and then we can try you do. I know you're not throwing a baby fit in my class. Okay, let's do 56 times 47. And we'll walk through this together. 56 times 47. All right. Step 1. Draw that turtle head.
I first thought of dinosaur.
Well, you could draw a dinosaur, I don't care. Step 2, I'm going to multiply inside. 7 times 6 is 42. Carry your 4. Put your 2 in the ones column. 7 times 5 is 35. Plus 4 is 39. And I'm going to write that out next to the 2 because there's nowhere else to carry. All right. Now, step 3, 4, and 5. Cross out your carried number. Draw a collar. Lay an egg. Cross out your carried number. Draw a collar. Lay an egg. Okay. Now, for step 6, we're going to multiply by the next number. To the ones place, to the tens place. So I'm going to say 4 times 6 is 24. Put that 2 above the 4. Carry it right here on top of the 5. 2 goes right above the 4. 24. Now, I have 4 times the tens place. 4 times 5 is 20. Plus 2 is 22. And we're going to write that out next to the 4 because there is no place left to carry anything else. Lastly, I will add my numbers together. They're in nice straight columns, so it is not a problem. 9 and 4 is 13. Carry your 1. Do not forget to add it in. 1 and 3 is 4, and 2 is 6. And then we just need to bring down our 2. Ones, tens, hundreds. Come on. Who would like to try 1 by yourself? Anybody else? Let's see how far you get. We'll walk through it together. Look, just see how many steps you could get through. You might surprise yourself. All right, I'm gonna switch my page. Okay, let's do a you do.
Let's do what you do.
Okay, okay, you do. All right, let's go ahead and check and see how far you got. So step 1, and that, please don't talk while I'm talking. We're going to draw our turtle head. Step 2, we multiply inside. So 8 times 5 is 40. I'm going to put the 4 above the 3, carry that, and leave your 0 in the ones place. Now I'm going to take 8 times the tens place. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 4 is 28. Now there's nowhere left to carry, so I'm going to put that 2 and 8 right next to the 0. Now see how my numbers are kind of going uphill? That's not good. I need to keep them all tidy. Step 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to cross out my carried number, draw a collar, and lay an egg. Now, step 6 is I'm going to multiply by my next number times the ones place, then times the tens place. 7 times 5 is 35. I'm going to carry that 3 right above the 4 and bring my 5 down under the 8. Now, tens place, 7 times 3 is 21, plus 3 is 24. There's nowhere left to carry. I'm going to put my 2 and 4 next to the 5. Make sure that they are in columns. And now I'm ready to add. 0 and 0 is 0. 8 and 5 is 13. Don't forget to carry your 1. And now don't forget to add it. 1 and 2 is 3, and 4 is 7. And then just bring down your 2. Ones, tens, hundreds. Come on. 2,730. Now, give me a thumbs up if you were able to get all the way through the problem. In the middle, if you at least got 280. Okay. We at least got the first part. Did anybody get lost in here, or do you have a different number here for the second line? If so, raise your hand. Tell me, Jane, what happened here? You didn't get it here? You didn't try to multiply by 7?
I wasn't raising my hand.
Okay. Who started multiplying by 7, and what happened if it didn't go all the way through? Anybody start multiplying by 7? Nobody? What? None of. Did anybody start the second line? 7 times 5, 7 times 3. Okay. How'd it go, Jacob? Did you get 2450?
Yeah.
You did. Okay. What happened, Nehemiah?
I got to like the 50, but I didn't get to get to like the 24.
Did you run out of time, or did you not? You weren't sure what to do.
I wasn't really sure what to do.
Okay. Yeah, because then you just had to multiply by the tens, but don't forget your carried numbers, right? Jackson? Okay, anybody else want to share how far they got? That's pretty far. I mean, even if you got here to the 50, you got started on the 7. That's good. If you got a little confused here, because look, see how messy this gets? This is why I'm saying you got to cross out the numbers. You have to stay tidy and have good habits, or else it's gonna, imagine when there's tons of numbers. It gets crazy fast. John?
I almost messed it up,
Uh-huh.
but then like the hard part to remember for me is 7 times 5 and then 7 times 3. Like
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah.
And tens, because I'm so concentrated like on the ones.
Yeah, and I think too, that's why we crossed it out, but we have to pretend that it's just 35 times 7. This is what you're doing, guys. You laid an egg first. Now you're just multiplying 35 times 7. It just gets complicated because you have all of this other stuff to look at. All right. We have 3 minutes left. Let's go ahead and write down another you do, and we'll pick this up. Well, no, we won't. Tomorrow, we're going to take quiz 2.0. Okay? I'm going to give you another quiz. It's going to be like your other one. It's going to be multiplying with 4 digits by 1 digit. It's going to be comparing decimals and adding and subtracting decimals. Okay? I'll give you new numbers. Hang on 1 second. I have a hand up. Yeah. Carson.
How many questions are going to be on there?
At least 10, maybe a little more. Maybe a little more. Because then there were 10 points each every time you lose one.
I missed 4 and I got a 6. Do you
Uh-huh.
want me to start with 10 questions?
Exactly. The more questions we have, the better off you'll be. But I don't want it to take more than your class period. Okay? But this time, you've corrected your test, right? And your homework, so you're prepared. You're not going to do that again. All right, guys. Jolie's going to come around and grab your notebook.